Good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Business Foreplay. Our guest today is Jennifer Takagi, known as the 12-Minute Success Coach and a certified high-performance coach who helps women entrepreneurs gain the clarity and confidence they need to create their next level of success. Jennifer believes success starts with understanding who you are, what you truly want, and what has been quietly holding you back. Through a combination of high-performance coaching, practical strategies, and proven tools, she helps women increase their clarity, energy, productivity, and influence while identifying the emotional patterns that often keep them stuck. For entrepreneurs, clarity isn't just a personal development concept. It's a business growth strategy. When you are clear on your purpose, your priorities, and your next steps, decisions become easier, action becomes more consistent, and growth becomes more intentional. In today's conversation, Jennifer and I are talking about what it means to be destined for success, why so many entrepreneurs struggle with confidence and clarity despite working hard, and the practical shifts that anyone can make to help you move forward faster in both business and life. But before we wrap up, make sure that you stick around for the whole thing because Jennifer is going to share her special gift with our audience to help you gain greater clarity, confidence, and momentum. Jennifer, welcome, and thank you for joining me for Monday Morning Business Foreplay inside Potapalooza.
Oh my gosh, thanks so much, Colleen, for having me.
Yes, this is going to be so much fun. So, Jennifer, let's start with this. Some of my audience has not had the opportunity to meet your wonderful self yet. So, could you just take a minute and tell us who you are and what brought you to the work that you're doing today?
Awesome. I'd be happy to. I'm Jennifer Takagi from Oklahoma City. I have a friend who teases me that says I sound like I'm trying to be Miss America. I'm not. It's just that's how it flows out. Jennifer Takagi from Oklahoma City. I came from the housing industry, federal government, and corporate. And when I left the federal government, it was like, I want to teach people all the things that I didn't know being a manager in the government. We got lots of things on how to manage as far as how to beat people up with a stick and stuff, but not like how to actually lead. So I started out doing leadership development. And along the lines, I met a spiritual healer. And I was like, ooh, I don't know what's a spiritual healer? I didn't know anything about that. So I started on this little airy fairy path, hither and yon. In the end, I can read Akashic Records, do Holy Fire Reiki, Body Code, Emotion Code, and Belief Code. And so I started helping people build their leadership skills by clearing the things that were holding them back from doing the things they wanted to do. Those stories that are running around in the back that are running the show that you don't even realize are there. And along my entrepreneurial journey, I met Jack Canfield, who was the founder of and creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series and also Success Principles. And in Success Principles, I took the course and became certified as a Success Principles trainer. And the first principle is take 100% responsibility for every area of your life. And my first thought was, yeah, I do that. My mom taught me winners are on time, losers are late, winners have a full tank of gas, losers are on the side of the road. Like I had that dialed in until he said something snarky like, if you've ever been late to a meeting, then you're not taking 100% responsibility for your life. And then I felt terrible. I was like, what? Wait, what? And he said, but if 100% is too hard, take 5% more. 5% of what? And then I became obsessed. The best way to learn something is to agree to give a talk on it, right? And I agreed to speak at an association meeting, and I titled my talk, Step 1 on the Path to Success. Take 100% responsibility for your life. And as I was putting my talk together, I didn't know what 5% was. 5% of what? So in my obsession, and you know how you lay awake at night thinking about it and you go to bed thinking about it, and thank God in the middle of the night your brain figures it out. And my life was broken into 4-hour increments. 8 to noon, 1 to 5, 6 to 10. And it was like, okay, I have 4 hours. I had to get a calculator out. I have a degree in French and Spanish, so I graduated college without a math class. I'm very proud of that. But I can use a calculator. So I got the calculator out and I did the math, and 200 4 hours is 240 minutes. 5% of that is 12 minutes. So if I'm going to take more responsibility for being on time, I could spend 12 minutes looking at the route. And do I need to go a different way in the morning? Is there a road closure? If I want to take more responsibility for my health and I'm just looking at this cute exercise bike over here, I might start riding it 12 minutes a day, because if I commit to an hour, guess what? I'm not going to do it. If I want to take more responsibility for my business and my emails overwhelm, my box is overwhelming, I can spend 12 minutes cleaning it up. And I could do that 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, right after lunch, at the end of the day. 12 minutes, uninterrupted, focused attention, 73 hours in a year. And so my question for you is, when is the last time you spent 73 focused hours on any task?
Golly, that's crazy. That really accumulates, huh? And I was thinking you were going in 12s, and I just looked at my email this morning and it's 12,000. So, but in 12 minutes, I could delete 12,000, surely, right?
Yeah, well, even if you didn't, you could do a quick sort. Like I did that one day. It was like, okay, I want everything from Kohl's. I love Kohl's, but I get a lot of emails from them. They junk up, and I'm like, delete all of those,
Yes.
delete all those. So yes, you can make a lot of headway. I spent one day setting my timer for 12 minutes, cleaning up my email, and I'd do 12 minutes, and then I'd get up and walk around the house, do something, and do 12 more. But people think everything we do in our business has to take a lot of time.
Right.
So we create a lot of time on our calendar, and then we don't do the thing anyway.
Absolutely. And I think that for me, the voice that I hear in my head, Jennifer, says, I can do hard things. And then it also says, girl, I can do hard things for 12 minutes. Easy. Right?
It is, it's true. And so somebody said something about going to the gym. And I said, well, okay, your first 12 minutes is getting your outfit together. And somebody thought that was stupid. And I was like, it's not stupid. Do you know where your favorite socks are? Like, if you don't have your favorite socks with your shoes and your outfit, you're not going to go. And so, true story, a friend of mine inherited an exercise bike and had it in her office. And I said, oh my gosh, we need to start doing 12 minutes a day on our bikes. Like, let's pick a time and then we'll both, accountability partners. And she goes, I haven't been able to find my bicycle shorts. And I said, to ride an exercise bike for 12 minutes, you need exercise shorts? Like, what? The other day she said, oh, I talked to a friend and she said, I want an exercise bike. And I said, come get mine. And she said, I'll be there in an hour, and it's gone. And I said, why'd you get rid of that exercise bike? She goes, I never found my shorts.
Yeah, that's very telling, isn't it?
And somebody else called one day. Well, Kimberly Crow, I can call her out on that because she knows the story. One of the co-hosts of Potapalooza, co-creators. She video messaged me one day, and I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm at the gym on the Stairmaster. And I was like, oh, good for you. I'm eating potato chips, watching Netflix. Okay, good. We're besties. That works. And she said, I got all the way to the gym in my clothes, like I had on my outfit, and I thought, I don't want to go in. And I thought, I can do it for 12 minutes. Just like you said, I can do that for 12 minutes. And I looked down and I was at 16. And I thought, I'm going to call Jennifer because I can go for the next little block at 12. Before you knew it, she did her full hour, which was her original intent, because we were on the phone and I was giving her grief about it. But you can get a lot done in 12 minutes. So we're talking business strategy. It's Monday morning. You need to do a social media post. Perfect. A lot, 12 minutes to come up with the quote, create it in Canva or however you do that, and get it scheduled. You might end up getting 3 or 4 done in that 12 minutes. what happens is we say, I need to do social media. I'm going to block out 2 hours and we get one post done. I need to write a blog post. Okay, great. I'm going to block an hour. And then you jack around, and 45 minutes later, you have a title and nothing else, right? I mean, that's what we do as people. We fill up our time with nothingness. So, okay, great. You're going to do 12 minutes. You're going to get a title. You're going to get an outline. You're going to get 3 points and a closing with a call to action. That might be all you can do in 12 minutes, but guess what? The next 12 minutes, you can actually write the article.
Right.
And that's if you're not using AI to do it for you, which is a great tool. And I'm sure lots of people have talked about AI. So I'll just leave it at that.
Well, let's say this. I've heard you. I want to play a game with you. I want to give you a business and you tell me how they can spend, or a situation, and you tell me how they can spend 12 minutes. Okay. And then I want to show you this thing, because all the things that you tell us, and then do you know where this is?
It's a timer.
Yeah, the one that Kimberly promotes, because
Yeah.
I had a hard time going from, okay, I can do it for 12 minutes to actually feeling motivated to do it for 12 minutes, because saying it's one thing, but actually feeling the energy behind it is something else. But then there comes this little competitive edge of me, like the clock's ticking, you better get it going, And so I set that thing and I can just go. So let's play the game. I'm going to tell you a business or a challenger or something.
Okay.
Let's go with one-on-one call follow-ups.
Okay. So the first thing you need to do with the one-on-one call follow up is you're going to send an email, right? And you're going to do like a little bit of an overview for it. So the first thing in your first 12 minutes would be create for that. And like I have a Go High Level account, but for some certain easy things, I would rather do it in Gmail. So I can create a template in Gmail, Go High Level, whatever you're using for your email, have a template for that. And sometimes we don't do things because we haven't systematized it at all. That's a big word. We haven't systematized it at all. So create a template for it. And then you can also set it up and have like the next 5 or 6 set up for that client in draft form. So when your call is done, you can just fill out the information. If you do it on Zoom, one thing that I do quite often is I use the not the full Fathom stuff, but I'll use the Zoom, give me a summary, and I will grab that summary, drop it into Chat GPT and say, give me 3 main points that came from this call. And it will summarize that call on what the 3 main points were. And then, of course, I have to edit it, right? Because it picked something that I don't think was important enough to reshare. So you can get it done very quickly.
I love that. Okay, I'm going to give you one more scenario.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you what it's like to work with you. So take this scenario. I need to grow my LinkedIn, so I've got to be doing some outreach. Look, I don't want to get on there and screw around. I don't want to scroll hole. I hate LinkedIn anyways. Let's just get on there, get out, right? So 12 minutes. I got 12 dedicated minutes to grow my LinkedIn following. What am I going to do?
Well, number one, we're going to do an energy clearing session because you obviously have a block and a hate towards LinkedIn. And actually, I do 15-minute increments just to cover the calendar easily. But I do 12-minute energy clearing sessions where we can identify the trapped emotions or the imbalance in your physical, emotional, or spiritual body that is keeping you from stepping into LinkedIn. Because you may not be stepping into LinkedIn because you know you're going to get too many clients and you don't want to deal with it. I said it.
That could be. It
That
could
could
be
be
that I'm afraid I'm going to start scrolling and have one more thing to take me away from life. Okay, so what do I do in my 12 minutes on LinkedIn?
on LinkedIn. So, oh my God, I gave somebody a really great thing for this. Okay, so pick one day a week, and in that one day a week, you're going to do your 12 minutes in one day.
Oh,
And it's going to be 2 days. I lied. It's 2 days. So one day is you're going to write your article for LinkedIn. And so that's your 12 minutes. And you're going to write the article you want to post in LinkedIn. You can also now make it a blog post, right? And you can make it a Facebook post and la 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 everywhere. But your intent is LinkedIn. Then the next day, before you post it, you've picked 3 to 5 people you want to follow, whether it's a business or an individual. and you've already targeted them, you want to follow them. You go find their most recent post and you like it and comment on it on three or four of them, and then you post yours. Because now you have shown that you're interested in what they do before you tell them something great that is your area of genius. So, your first thing is going to be pick your 3 to 10 people, businesses you want to follow. So that's one 12-minute increment.
Okay.
Next is write your article.
Okay.
And next is go like and comment on the other people's posts and then drop your article in. Was that helpful, Colleen? Can
That
you?
is so brilliant. Thank you so much. So tell me now, what does it look like to work with you? I mean, I know it's fun. Clearly, it's fun. If it's not fun, we're not there, right?
Yes. So to work with me, okay, so I there are several ways to work with me. I have some people who really just want the energy work. And
Mhm.
I work with clients one on one in just the airy fairy world of energy work, Akashic records, and we do body code, emotion code, and do a reading, and we just kind of like work through all the things that are going on. The other is more strategic coaching. I'm a certified high performance coach, and so I go through the very structured coaching path to move you forward. So at the end of our 12 weeks together, you feel more capable and confident in your business life as well as in your relationships. Because if you don't have business and relationship going well, something's going to feel really badly. And so we need to have both of those feeling super great.
I love that. I love that. So take a second and tell our audience, if you will, Jennifer, what is the gift that you have for our audience and what's the best way for them to use it? What's the result and the outcome they can expect from using them?
Yeah. So my gift is 12minutegift.com. It's a 3-part audio series, and it all came from my book, 12 Minutes to Success, Reach Your Goals in 12-minute increments. And it's an audio series. And from putting all my works together, the first thing is we have to wire our brain for success and clear out the negative thoughts. And there are things you personally can do yourself for that. And then the next is imagine the future even bigger than what you dreamed possible. And then the N is next steps. Break what you need to do into small 12-minute increments. So the audio, it's a 3-part audio file. And so when you're walking, when you're on the treadmill, when you're doing dishes, when you're, kind of zoning out, deleting all the spam emails, then you can listen to it. Then it's an audio file, 12minutegift.com. And you'll get to know a little bit about me and my quirkiness and also come up with some very specific things that you can do because sometimes people have all the ideas, but they don't give me something specific and strategic I can do. And then I'm like that's not what I wanted. So there's literally things that you can do in each of the audio series parts to start moving your business forward.
I love that. And I think that it's brilliant that it's set into 12 minutes because really, truly, I know that I said earlier I can do hard things for 12 minutes, but you can do anything for 12 minutes. Really, I mean, you could do anything for 12 minutes except maybe be underwater without air,
Yeah.
right? And so it's brilliant that you've got it set in such a simple format, easy for people to use. And really, there is no excuse to not just utilize your time when it's broken down into 12 minutes. So this has been super fun. Do you have any last thoughts for our audience that you'd like to leave with them, or maybe anything coming up that you'd like to share with them?
Well, I'm going to say two things. Number one, I don't want you to be disappointed. The audio files are each 20 minutes. They're not 12, they're 20. So I don't want somebody to go, oh my gosh, you lied. It's 20. And the second part is you are destined for more success than you ever dreamed possible. And now is the time to step into it.
I love that. Do you have any upcoming events or speaking engagements or anything that people can come find you at? Or
We're doing a 4-week sprint in July, starting July 8th, to get your book written and ready for you to publish on Amazon before the summer's out.
that is awesome. What an incredible goal that would be for somebody to have during the summer. I mean, can you imagine? Think I'm going to write a book this summer, right? And
Yeah.
then by the end of the summer, it's done. And I believe you are just the perfect host for that journey, and you can really help people do that. Jennifer, this has been so much fun. It always is fun to be around you. I truly appreciate the energy you bring to everything that you do. One of the biggest takeaways from this conversation is that success doesn't have to be limited. If you have 12 minutes, you can make it happen. Anybody that is listening to this, that this resonated with, you want to reach out to Jennifer, remember, I will put all of her information, her contact information, her gift, and a way to continue the conversation with her in the information about this podcast. So it will either be in the description or in the comment section, the caption, something like that. Make sure that you grab this. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us for Monday Morning Business Foreplay inside Potapalooza, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.